I'm a huge fan of Daredevil, especially the shows. I grew up watching the Netflix series, and my biggest disappointment in life, up to that point at least, was hearing that it was canceled. Then the show disappeared off Netflix because whatever was going on with Marvel, Disney, and Netflix back then. Then the show transitioned to Disney Plus, and finally we got news that we were getting a new Daredevil show. This show was going to be titled Daredevil Born Again, and we were all kind of skeptical. There were issues with the show, the script kind of sucked at first, they needed reshoots, a Punisher even walked away, but finally they locked in with better writers, a Punisher came back, and the show was released. And it was pretty good. It was a bit of a mess in some spots where you could tell they had to keep the new characters and some certain plot points, but overall I did really enjoy it. And now with season 2 coming very soon at the time of this video coming out, I decided it was time to pick up the Marvel Legends Daredevil Born Again mask, and let me tell ya, I had way too much fun with it considering it's just a mask and billy clubs. So tell me how excited you are for Daredevil Born Again season 2 in the comments, hit like and subscribe, and let's check out this set and see if it's worth 140 bucks. The mask comes with this pretty cool looking display base. The longer top portion is meant to hold the mask, then these two hooks down below hold the billy clubs, with either the billy clubs being in their separated type look or together. The nice thing about this base is that it actually is pretty stable with everything on there. When it's up on my shelf, I have no worries about it toppling over, even though all the pieces just kind of snapped into place, so yeah, the assembly was pretty easy. The billy clubber clubs are pretty awesome, and I say clubber clubs because you could turn them into one piece or you could separate them into two. These each have a nice rubbery type feel to the grips, and the diamond pattern on there isn't like a darker red, which I really like. The coolest thing about these billy clubs to me is that they actually use a little bit of die cast. The charcoal gray and the chrome red ends are cool to the touch and feel like those are the die-cast components, which is awesome for longevity in the collection and, some crime fighting. They aren't very heavy, which is good, and feel pretty awesome in hand. Then you can see the gray ends of each look a little bit different because the ends actually connect and one end goes into the other. You need to make sure the two buttons are aligned, then bam, it just slides right in and you have one big billy club. Overall, these clubs look amazing and they're pretty well balanced. Now for the star of the show, and yeah, it's Peak. I love how the mask looks. It's like it just flew right off the screen, and it's definitely going to strike some fear into some criminal scum. It has a nice rubbery vinyl type feel overall. The textured portions have like a crosshatch sort of T look in there, if you kind of see what I'm talking about. Then the black sections have a maybe carbon fiber-ish appearance, but it's mostly kind of just raised dots. The horns look amazing despite the seam line in there and them not being too pointy. Then the lenses. Man, the lenses look crazy good. You see how they have that shiny chrome red-like appearance? Yeah, it's awesome, but the best part is that you can actually see through them when you wear this. Of course, I wear glasses, so I can't really see through the lenses, but if you have better vision than me, then it's super usable. So when I was wearing it, kind of messing around, which you'll probably see throughout the video, yeah, I was pretty much blind doing all that. On the inside, we have a nice cushion for the top of your head, or to better balance the mask on the stand, because you can kind of push in there, and since it's a little soft, it just kind of sits on there however you need. Then around the eye lenses on the inside, there's like a rubbery protective piece. Let's compare this mask to my other Daredevil mask I actually got from Disneyland, which is a sort of mask that kind of showed up in Born Again briefly if you remember the scene with all the different masks. This one is an untextured red that's sort of a soft touch type plastic. Then the gray sections have a sort of hatch type appearance, although it kind of looks a little bit like metal flooring, kind of, if you know what I'm talking about. There's some little bit of, I guess, weathering on here with a little bit of like chrome spray paint in some random places. It's a little odd, but it's on there. The mask overall is kind of a hard shell type plastic as compared to the other one, which is a bit stretchier. So this one actually stretches. You have to open it up a little bit to get it on. Then the inside has some pads for support, but honestly, this one's a bit more of like a tighter fit for me at least as compared to the Born Again mask. The inside also has that textured black section, and then the lenses here are a bit more of a plastic transparent red as opposed to the shiny chrome on the other one. Looking at these side by side, which one do you like the look of more? Disneyland mask is definitely larger, but it's much tighter to wear, which is kind of odd to be honest. Then these are a similar red, but the accent colors are different, black versus the gray over on the other one. For me, if I were to just get one of these, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Born Again mask, although it's a bit more expensive at 140 USD as compared to the Daredevil one from Disneyland, which was about 80 bucks USD. The Born Again one comes with more, and I can actually wear it without feeling like my head's just crushing in. And no, that's not a reference to Kingpin and the police commissioner in the end of Born Again. Now I had to whip out my Wolverine mask since this one is also made by Hasbro in their Marvel Legends line. Material wise, these two are pretty similar, but obviously they look very different. I love how both of these masks look, and I love being able to wear both because they're both pretty comfortable, especially compared to that Disneyland Daredevil mask. Each accomplishes their goal of making a life-size mask for the respective hero pretty flawlessly for the price point I might have had, because if you were to get like a true one-to-one version of each mask, yeah, rest in peace your wallet, because man, that would probably be pretty pricey. So I'm probably not going to go out and fight crime wearing this mask, but I love it. The fact we get a little bit of die cast on each Billy club, a stand for each club, and the mask, and it's super comfortable is, it's perfect. I am super excited for Daredevil Born Again Season 2, so I would love to see a black version of the mask, because we've all seen the trailers and we see it's basically this mask, just spray painted black. So I would love to see a black version of it in the future on my shelf, so Hasbro, I really hope you guys do that. And if you do, definitely give us the clubs again, because man, seeing him like all black and stuff, that would be awesome. If they don't, it'd be fun to buy a second mask and maybe do a custom one, just spray paint it black or something like that. But honestly, I'd probably really screw it up. So for me, I'd like an official one, but also, man, I would love to make a shelf full of Daredevil masks if Hasbro gave us every one from like the scene in Born Again where we saw all his different masks. Because now I have that textured red one that was Born Again specific, the red and gray one, which is in the scene, sort of. I don't know if it's supposed to be the exact one, but it's from Disneyland, and I wanted to pick that one up. And then I would just love to have a yellow one, because we actually did see that one on screen. And even though we haven't seen them on screen yet, I'd love to see that gray one and the black ones, because yeah, you can kind of see them right there. We saw them on screen, and maybe they'll show up at some point. But also, yeah, you guys probably remember what happened to his apartment, so I guess maybe we won't see him again in the show. This is probably his only suit, and that's why he spray painted it black now. And I guess technically the black and gray and even the yellow one a little bit looks super close to the red one from Disneyland. So hey, maybe someone out there can get that one and then just kind of spray paint it or paint it up, because I'd love to see how that would look to make it kind of look like the gray or the black one or yellow. Man, that'd be so cool if you guys have seen that. Just let me know in the comments. And just let me know how excited you are for Daredevil Born Again Season 2 down in those comments. Make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for much more content like this. As always, thank you to the channel members. I look forward to talking to you again very soon, but until next time, get ready for the devil's reign.